Hello, everybody, and good day to you. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. So, I went to bed early last night. I was just wanting some extra sleep. I was so tired. And I figured while I was sleeping that Foodie would be up and busy, and she was because she did a live stream. I kind of figured she would do that because usually when she does her rage posting in the community post, she follows it up with something. So she did a live stream and then she posted another food video today. And I watched the food video. There's a lot of tension in that household, a lot of it. I'm having to wonder if the tension is because they went to the beach and maybe Salah got a good hard look at how things really were. Maybe Foodie has been lying to Salah, saying, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to travel with you. By taking her to the beach, he got a good sense of how things really were, and not so much about her size, but about her overall health. Because if she can't just simply walk across the street and take a stroll along the beach, how in the world are they going to travel together? If just walking across the street is too much for her, how is she going to deal going through an airport or traveling around to other countries and seeing the sights? If walking across the street is too much for you, how can you possibly travel comfortably and safely? So, everybody who watched the beach video, like, we were all shocked. We were shocked at her actual size. We were shocked at her activity level, which was zero to nothing. A lot of people had a lot of things to say about it, and Foodie got really grumpy and really ragey, and her community post just kept going off, going off, going off. So, what's going on today? Well, what's going on is Chantal has obviously been watching Amberlyn Reed because Amberlyn Reed recently talked about doing the Weight Watchers thing. And then, just as quickly, no surprise, she quit Weight Watchers. So, Amber quit Weight Watchers, and now Foodie is trying to do it, saying it's all about the point system. Even though there is a point system with Weight Watchers, she's still trying to find ways to do what she wants to do and get away with it. But never mind that. Obviously, there's tension in that household, and you guys are going to see for yourselves just how much tension there really is. So let's start with Twitter. And I wanted to show some wholesome stuff on Twitter as well as foodie stuff because, Foodie, the more you try to hide, the more you reveal. The two things I love about Chantal is Chantal lies, but she also tells on herself, and she did it yet again. And we're going to go over how. So let me just go ahead and bring up my Twitter, show you guys my Twitter. There it is. For those who want to find me on Twitter, it's Wild Girl Sarah. So let's start here from Hidden Truth. This is from the Hardy's video saying this logic will never work. Last Nashi says, I don't think you're supposed to eat fast food daily. It's supposed to be a treat. She says, if it fits into my points, I can eat fast food meal a day and still eat the free healthier foods with it. The thing is, Foodie, with the point system, you're supposed to look at your points and say, what can I eat within my points? And if you can eat a little bit of fast food, you should save that for the leftover points. You're not supposed to plan your points around how many fast food meals can I put into this and get away with it, which seems to be your attitude. You're not trying to improve. You're trying to find ways to get away with eating the stuff that you want to eat, which is not going to lead to better health by treating it that way. Also from Hidden Truth, and this is Pulpy. Pulpy's a great guy. Love his sense of humor. We're not even watching the clip and look at Pulpy's face. He's over it. Do we even have to hear the audio? Pulpy's face just says it all. Okay, Hidden Truth says, why do a diet plan then do this? It's no longer a diet, leaving 2 points left. Perfectly Imperfect says, Foodie Beauty added Poutine to her Weight Watchers app to see how many points it is. But there's no Poutine in Kuwait, so why? Unless the travel plan she's hinting at is a Canadian bees. So yeah, poutine is a Canadian dish. Uh, for those who are not familiar with poutine, essentially it's French fries coated in brown gravy and cheese curds. And there are different variations to poutine. You have disco fries, which are French fries coated in cheese sauce and other things. So she immediately starts looking for ways to do poutine on Weight Watchers. So she's still trying to look for those favorite foods to eat while she's trying to quote unquote get healthy. But let's watch this clip from Perfectly Imperfect and from Pulpy Syntax.
There's some things I find though that I couldn't track. Like they don't even have poutine. I was just curious. I didn't have poutine, but I added the food myself. I looked up all the nutritional.
His reaction right there is our reaction. The way that he's reacting right now to foodie, that we're all shaking our heads, aren't we? Like what is this all for? What is this all about? What's going on here? I mean, his expression is our expression.
Facts of the poutine, and I added them myself. So, but yeah, I'm allowed 50 points, and those are like mostly foods. Like let's say
why are you in the Weight Watchers app adding poutine?
Because she's trying to get around the healthy food, Pulpy. She doesn't want the healthy food. She wants the unhealthy food. So she's trying to find a way to eat the unhealthy food and get away with it. That's basically all it is, sir. She wants to eat what she wants to eat, and she doesn't want any pushback from Salah. So since she's doing the Weight Watchers, she's looking at the system and saying, how can I still do what I want to do? She's not looking to improve her diet. She's looking to continue what she's doing and not get any pushback from him.
Okay, whatever. She's so confusing.
Burger King, a Whopper. There's some things I find.
So that's the clip from Perfectly Imperfect and Pulpy. They're always entertaining, Pulpy. Orange Cat says she went live in the hopes of getting super chats. She even checked to be sure that she had enabled monetization so people could send them. Well, Foodie has said before she's not going to do anything on YouTube if she doesn't get paid for it. She doesn't do stuff for free. Although, because she's been in Kuwait and she can't full on rage, she's been raging in the community posts for free, and I absolutely love that for her. She's not making the money off her rage like she used to in Canada. But that's her fault. She decided she wanted to go to Kuwait and do stuff over there. You got to take what comes with that, Foodie. All right, something wholesome from Alicia saying, happy day, friends. What a beautiful picture. I just had to share that with all of you because we all need to see something positive once in a while. And that is a lovely, lovely picture. That would make a beautiful Hallmark card, I think. Okay, back to Foodie, back to something not so wholesome. Hidden Truth, this is from the Hardys video. Foodie Beauty, is it just me or does she no longer like him? Her face says it all. So let's watch the clip.
Look at you, nothing.
I know, me too.
Wait.
Yeah.
The clip is really, really tiny, so we'll just watch it in the regular clip, but what a difference 6 months can make. Remember back when she first came to Kuwait, anytime he got near her, anytime he said her name, her face would light up. She would giggle like a schoolgirl and she would blush. Now when he walks in the room, she immediately tenses up and she rolls her eyes and she looks disgusted. That's a sign that it's over, Foodie. It's over. You're not even getting a rush of him being around anymore. The thrill is gone. Time to go home to Canada. He can't stand you, and you can't even stand him. Time to go home. Okay, something wholesome from Kosal Akin. This is funny. We have a tiger cub and we have a goose. Let me tell you something. A goose has attitude. Look. The goose is not going to put up with any mess from the tiger cub. You know, sometimes a goose can be mean, but here's this goose going after the tiger cub. The tiger cub won't leave the goose alone. The goose just says, I've had enough of you. And the goose literally has the tiger by the tail. I'll teach you a lesson, sir. You'll learn not to pick on me no more. And then the goose walks away laughing. That's funny. Okay, back to Foodie. Not Define Chronic Pain says, do not follow this YouTuber for diet advice or Weight Watchers. She eats nothing but super unhealthy food and has a severe food problem. It is not safe for anyone's health. I agree. Do not look towards Foodie for inspiration. Do not look towards her for any kind of medical advice. If you're looking to get healthy, please see a doctor. Please get a checkup. Look towards sources where the knowledge is and the people know what they're talking about. Don't look at Foodie. Don't take her advice. She's a very sick person. If she can't make herself healthy, how can she advise anybody else to get themselves healthy? D. Angry Scott says, I wanted to get an idea of the nutrition in this absurd attempt at losing weight with Weight Watchers with Foodie. This 34 points that Foodie seems to be presenting like that means it's a good choice for weight loss is 480 calories, 104 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat, 19 grams of protein, and that's in the Santa Fe burger. And that was pretty much almost all of her points. So she was allotted like 50 points for the entire day, and she ate most of them with one meal, which left her about 15 or 16 points. So with 15 or 16 points, what are you going to eat for the rest of the day, Foodie? Celery sticks, carrot sticks. I mean, you're not being smart with your points with Weight Watchers. Michael B. Petty says, I love when the girls go on Weight Watchers and immediately increase their fast food intake. So according to Foodie, she's only allowed 50 points per day. This one meal is 34 points. Like I said, she's not got much left for the rest of the day. Does anybody think she's going to stay on the point system? Anybody got an idea how long this whole point thing's going to last? Not very long. Knowing Foodie, she's going to pull a temper tantrum with Salah, and he'll give in to her. Okay, something wholesome from Out of Context Dogs. The dog's looking at the blueberry muffin thing saying, am I a joke to you? Is my face a joke to you? Like, you're trolling me right now, right? Why are you showing me that? You're just being rude. Something else wholesome from Why You Should Have Animals. Look at this, a raccoon catching snowflakes. How precious is that? Nothing But Love says, I've been doing Weight Watchers for almost a year now. She needs to be disciplined. She needs to cook, weigh, measure. It works if you work it. 50 points is nothing compared to what she's been eating. Right. That's the clip from the live stream. I will cover that a little bit later. Let's see. D. Angry Scott says, using up over half of your daily points in one junk-filled meal is absolutely not how to lose weight on Weight Watchers. It's like Foodie Beauty watched ALR's recent attempt and realized she could still eat junk. Pretend to Salah she's making changes, all the while lining up exit excuse with blank. That's also from the live. Okay, something cute from Gatos. A kitty bowl. What a pretty kitty. Out of Context Dogs, we have a Roddy with this beautiful cat. Oh, she's gorgeous. And they're best friends. That is so precious. They just grew up together and they're best buddies. Okay, this might be helpful for some of you out there if you ever have an emergency situation from Tanzu. The fireman's lift is carrying a technique used by firefighters to carry someone over their shoulder during rescues. So they put their feet together, bend the knees, and then take the hands and pull them up and then over the shoulder. Great idea. And much respect and much thanks for those of you out there that are firefighters. You have a very important job to the community. You help keep people safe. You rescue people. So thank you for your service. Cool art from Fegan. So a couple over the years. What a great idea. Florida Salt and Sass says, oh Lord, she's successful because even though she admits going over her daily points already, I still have weekly points, so I actually am. And the weekly points are great in case you have a bad moment. That's not how it's supposed to work. No, she's still trying to find ways to get herself out of that corner and do what she wants to do. So she's not really trying to change her lifestyle or her attitude with food. She's still trying to hang on to the same toxic lifestyle and make it work for her and get away with it. Let's see what else we got here. I'm looking for something in particular. Oh, that's a lovely picture of Foodie. Okay, now this is very revealing. Now Foodie's been y'all pay attention, lean in close to this one. From D Angry Scott, and that's Lindsay with an A. So Foodie says she's allowed 50 points per day. Y'all look at this. Take a good look at this. This is their points calculator. Female, age range 38 to 47. They do the height in inches, not feet. So she's about 5 feet tall. Weight, 450 pounds. So she's not 370. She's 450 at least. And Foodie, in my opinion, is over 500. I will die on the hill with that. She's over 500. But if she's telling everybody that she's only allowed 50 points, that means she's at least 450. At least. So 370 who? 370 what? If you're allowed 50 points at the weight, at the height that you're at, and the age that you're at, they're saying you're only allowed 50 points. You're at least 450 pounds, Foodie. Look at that. Look at that. So that's why I love Foodie. She lies, but then she tells on herself. She told us the number of points that she's allowed per day. All that anybody had to do is go to the Weight Watchers points calculator and figure it out. You know, sometimes you got to listen to Foodie to catch those little pearls that lead to her getting busted. Something cool from Satisfying Videos. I could watch that all day. It just looks so peaceful. There's another lovely picture of Chantal. Tweet of cats. He lied on his resume, but he got the job anyway. Well, if you're qualified, you're qualified. Cat TikToks. A cup of kitty. Aw. I would love to get a cup of kitty. My cat's too big. Anyway, so I'll tell you what. Let's go on to the actual video itself. And you guys are going to see there is tension in paradise. There's a lot of tension. A lot. Things are not happy. And I got a lot to say about it. But let's get started with the video itself.
Foodie Beauty. Hello. Hi. Welcome back to another video. My name is Foodie Beauty. Please subscribe. Please like my video. Hi.
So even before we get started with the video, like the sarcasm is strong with this one. She's mad. She's real mad. She's angry, annoyed.
Guys, do you want a personalized video? Or how about
Foodie, why are you using my intro music? Look, I know it's free music, but why are you using the music that I use for my intro? Like, what did you do? Why are you doing that?
a birthday song just for you? Go to my camera.
Tell me you watch other people's reactions and look for ideas without telling me you watch other people's reactions and look for ideas and look for music.
And request one. Go, go, go. I can't wait to see you. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So I'm just going to put a disclaimer. If you don't like watching people eat, if you don't like eating sounds, then this isn't the video for you. Okay. So today I'm having Hardee's meal.
Look at that. My face, ladies and gentlemen, is the face of somebody who's not happy. That is the face of somebody who is greatly annoyed. She's annoyed because she doesn't have a mound of food in front of her. One sandwich, one serving of fries, one Coke. That's not enough for Foodie. When she sits down to do her food videos, she wants a mound of food in front of her. And if she doesn't have it, she's not going to be a happy camper.
One burger instead of 5. No.
One burger instead of fried. So that she just told on herself. I wanted 5 burgers. I definitely wanted more than one burger, but that one's all I'm allowed. So I guess we got to stick with that.
Yeah, I'm having the Santa Fe chicken meal with a bucket of pickles and a Diet Pepsi. Let's crack it open. I'm allowed. Okay, so I'm doing Weight Watchers. I know I'm bored of diet talk too, okay? But we have to. All right?
We have to. Why do we have to? Could it be because of your trip to the beach? And we all got a good look at you? And Salah got a good look at you? And he got a real sense of where you are with your health? The fact that you had trouble just walking across the road? You can't even walk along a beach with him? Maybe the two of you had a talk about that? Because he has been after you, that he wants to go travel. He wants to go do stuff, Chantal. You wanted a younger man. You had to realize when you got a younger partner that they were going to be much more active than you and they want to go do things and you would need to keep up. And you have not tried to make yourself healthy so you can keep up. It's summertime. Summertime means you go out and you do things. You go out to the beach. You have barbecues. You do hiking. You do all kinds of things. Salah is younger than you. Obviously, he's more active and he wants to be more active. And it's really getting to him that he can't do literally anything with you. Maybe you are content to sit in that house and do nothing and just sit in a room and eat. Maybe you're content with not being around people and not doing much, but he's not content with that. I'm sure you guys have had talks about traveling and you're telling him, yeah, okay, I'm going to get healthy. Okay, I'll do it. I'll get healthy. But you're not really delivering, are you? You're not delivering your end of the deal. All these little empty promises that you're giving him are just that. They're empty promises. And he's getting impatient. He wants to go do stuff. He doesn't want to sit on that blue couch with you and just play video games or watch TV. He wants a life. And either he's going to have his life with you or without you, but he wants it. Maybe you two have been talking. And he's saying, I'm getting antsy here. I've been cooped up in this apartment for months with you. I need to go out and do stuff. And you're not even smart enough. Knowing your activity level, knowing how he wants to be active, you're not even smart enough that you'll take the leash off him and say, hey, I know I'm not active. I know I'm not an active person and you are. Go out and spend time with your friends. Go spend time with your family. Go to the beach alone if you want to. If you were smart, you would do that. You would take the leash off and let him just do what he wants to do. And that way he can tolerate you a little bit better. But no, you're so insecure and you're so jealous, you won't let him do anything by himself. And maybe he wanted to go to the beach the other day and just spend some time. Because you're so insecure and jealous, you're not going to let that happen because you're deathly afraid of him being at the beach and seeing a pretty girl or talking to a pretty girl. So maybe you insisted on going with him. And all that ended up happening was he was miserable. You were miserable. You insisted on going to the beach with him. You were uncomfortable. Clearly, he wanted to stay at the beach a little bit longer. He was fine. But because you couldn't, you were kind of throwing a temper tantrum. And you guys had to go back early. But that was the extent of him going out to the beach and enjoying himself. And maybe that got him thinking, I can't go out alone and enjoy myself, but I can't even enjoy myself with her because she's always complaining, always needing air conditioning, always having to stop every 2 minutes. He can't have fun alone. He can't have fun with you. And I'm sure he's irritated about that.
You know, these countries are not going to travel themselves, okay? So, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. I'm allowed. It's on the 0 points list. Weight Watchers, I'm allowed 50 points a day. This is counted, but it's like almost all my points. So this really puts into perspective, but I'll get into that. All right, some pickles. I'm just gonna have a few because they're high in sodium. Actually, I
have questions. Why does she need a whole big container of pickles? Excuse me. Pardon me. I just had to sneeze. But why does she need the whole doggone big container of pickles sitting right there by the desk? She couldn't have taken just a few pickles and put them on there on the desk and then put the container away. Why does she need that whole big tub of pickles?
Some pickles earlier, so that's why I don't really want that many anymore. Okay, let's try the Santa Fe chicken from Hardee's. It's so good. I was craving it, and I counted it in the points. It's like 40 something points. I forget the exact, but I did log it, so I'll write it here somewhere. I just want to note that I couldn't find the actual Santa Fe chicken sandwich anywhere, so for the point system, but I did find their like spicy chicken burger, and the Santa Fe is not much different.
Imagine being on Weight Watchers. You're supposedly trying to change your eating habits, and you go on Weight Watchers and you do your research not on healthy food that you can eat, but just trying to find ways of how to eat the unhealthy food. You're sitting there looking like what's the points for poutine? What are the points for fast food? Like how many points does that take up? And how many fast food meals can I eat using the point system? That's what she's doing. She's not trying to get away from the fast food. She's looking for ways to include it. Even though eating just one meal, the fries and the sandwich and the Coke, that pretty much eats up all of her points for one day.
Just has like a non-creamy spicy sauce, so I just use the points for that, and the 34 is including the fries as well. So I don't know how to do a thumbnail pose without looking like a psycho. Anyway, Bismillah. Thank you for the food.
I don't know about you guys, but she looks really annoyed. Really, really annoyed. She's not happy. She wanted more food. And even though she found a way to get fast food on the point system, it's not enough. She wants 2 or 3 sandwiches sitting in front of her.
I can't find the ketchup. It's somewhere in the house.
What? How can you not know where the ketchup is? Shouldn't the ketchup be in the kitchen somewhere? I mean, the place isn't that big, y'all. There's the one main bedroom. There is the content room. You've got, I think, 1 or 2 bathrooms. How big is that place that you don't know where the ketchup is? How could you get it? How can it get lost in that house?
The traveling ketchup. All right.
Is that pointing in the direction of you doing sneak eating? That you're not just eating in the living room area where you do your videos, but you're sneak eating in the bedroom? Because that's what you did back in Canada. We all remember all of the condiments in your bedroom at the villa.
This burger is good. Look at the chicken patty on that. Has Santa Fe sauce, whatever that is. Lettuce, tomato.
That was so fake. Normally when she eats fast food, she's in another world for about 3 or 4 seconds. She's faking that reaction right now.
There's no sauce for me. No ketchup, nothing.
I know, me too.
You guys heard that, right? That was Salah walking in the room and saying there's no sauce for me. He sounds annoyed. He sounds really, really annoyed.
Wait.
And immediately when he walked in, her eyes got wide. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you in the room? I wonder if he's watching her. I wonder if he's tired of her crap and tired of her lies to the point where he's monitoring what she's eating. Let me tell you something, Salah. I'm going to give you some pointers here. I'm going to do it calmly with no profanity. No need to be profane here. Let me give you some bullet points, bro. Her issue with food, it's over her head. It's over your head. I don't know if you're walking around thinking that you're going to cure her of her problem. And if you think the cure is so simple, just limiting her portions, putting her on diet plans, that's going to quote unquote fix her, but it's not. She needs inpatient, locked down, strict inpatient, where there's going to be people around her that tell her no and don't enable her at all. You want her to get better, but she's busy monetizing her problem on YouTube. And as long as you monetize a problem, you can't heal a problem. The more you tell her no, the more she's going to want to do something. And if she can't do it, she's going to throw a temper tantrum and drive you mad to the point where you finally give in. It's a system she's been doing for years, and she knows it works. You can't cure her, Salah, and you can't stop her. The only person that can help her is her. And she's got to have that moment of clarity where she says, I can't go any further. I have to stop here. And only she can determine when that point is. So trying to make her do something, it's not going to work. People that have issues with food, diets don't work. You have to repair your relationship to food, how you look at food, how you treat food. She's doing the Weight Watchers thing. At the same time, she's trying to find ways to still get the fast food. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. There's no ketchup? In the door? Oh. What's that?
Ketchup.
And mayonnaise?
But put for yourself.
No, I don't want mayonnaise, just ketchup.
Where? Put here.
Not too much.
And Salah, can I just say, bro, if you want her to get healthy, you have to pick a lane and stay in it. Because it's ridiculous to me. On one side of things, you want her to get healthy. You want to travel with her, right? You want to go places, right? But at the same time, she's getting the fast food. The fast food is not healthy for her. So on one side of the road, you're complaining about the way she eats. But on the other side, you're enabling it. You're watching this go down. You can't be in the middle of the road on this. It's either one side or the other. You complain about her eating habits, yet at the same time, you're watching this right here and you're okay with it. I mean, Pick a lane, please stay in it.
That's good. Thanks.
Welcome.
Thank you, baby.
Anytime. Cool, yeah. Enjoy your food, man.
Thanks, baby. Salah found the traveling ketchup. I won't tell you where it was.
But I know where it was. It was in your bedroom. It was in a room it shouldn't have been in. Ketchup normally belongs on the table or in the fridge. How is it traveling all over the house? It's ketchup. What are you using the ketchup for? Never mind. I don't want to know. Scratch that. I don't want to know.
I'm kidding. All right, here we go. Mm. 2 tablespoons of ketchup is 2 points. So I'm going to show you how it works, Weight Watchers works with the fast food. And then I'll do a video with like showing you a low points, very low points meal or free points meal.
Again, nobody should be taking health advice or diet advice from this woman or even Amberlynn Reid. Nobody. Absolutely no one. Don't look to them for inspiration because whatever they try like this, it doesn't last long. Anybody who is interested in Weight Watchers, this is how you do it wrong. Trying to find ways to get the fast food in. That's not how it works. This is how it works for her. This is the only way she'd be on Weight Watchers is if she could do her fast food, but this is not generally how it works. Anybody out there looking to improve your health, again, please look towards avenues that are positive, that are informative from people who know what they're talking about, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. She wants to continue to do food content on YouTube and get paid for it. And even though it's destroying her health, she doesn't care. All she cares about is a paycheck. And as they say, health is wealth. And in that respect, she doesn't have any wealth left. She's bankrupt. So no one follow in her footsteps, please. No one, nowhere. She's doing it all wrong.
The free food you get is nutritious food that's hard to binge on, like fruit, vegetables, chicken without the skin, like lean protein. Because, for example, you can make turkey chili, but you can't have sour cream. You have to measure the sour cream and cheese. So what's the point of eating chili?
Well, I'll tell you what the point is. First of all, the turkey chili is healthy. It's good for you. And I mentioned in my previous react that if you are looking to feel full, there's ways to make that happen and kind of give your stomach that sense of being full without filling it full of bulk. And how you can kind of accomplish that is having healthy soups or stews, because it's a lot of liquid. Like a lot of it is water, which is good for you. So eating a healthy stew or a soup kind of gives you that bulk feeling without it being unhealthy bulk. So that is the point, foodie. If you're looking to get full, and my opinion is, I think you're going for bulk. I think maybe perhaps, and I'm not trying to diagnose you, by the way, I think you're looking to feel full. And your version of full is being over full. And anything under that is, I'm still hungry and I've not eaten enough when you've eaten far too much. But you're looking for bulk. You're looking for mass. You're looking for that really, really full feeling. And there's ways to make yourself feel full without being over full, without being full of unhealthy things that are going to give you no benefit.
So like, you're not going to binge on turkey chili.
And that's exactly why you eat it, dummy. because you won't go mad with it. You're eating something healthy without eating it in a healthy way. That will give you a sense of control over what you're eating. That'll give you the urge to stop, which is something you need.
Without cheese, right? So it's actually smart points, because there's a pigeon beezing right now. They make you calculate the higher calorie stuff. I was going to use the B word, bad stuff.
Are we not wanting to use the B word anymore? Maybe because YouTube's been hitting you with those yellow dollar signs on your live streams and your videos? Yeah, they've been hitting a lot of people. And you're all about that money, aren't you? So you have to avoid that word.
Pigeon. Delicious. Yummy. So good.
You know, I'm not knocking that sandwich. I've never tasted it. No shade on Hardee's, but I don't think it's that delicious for her, because everything she eats has to be coated in cheese and sauces. And if it's not coated in cheese and sauces, she's not going to be wild about it.
The sauce tastes like the Creole or the Cajun sauce from Popeyes. Is Hardee's the same thing as Carl's Jr.? Anyway, I think Weight Watchers is like more realistic, because no matter how much I try, no matter how many times I try.
I'm sorry, I have to argue with you. You're not really trying. You're not trying. You're saying I'm doing Weight Watchers, but you're not trying. You're not trying to eat healthy. Look at you right now. You're eating fast food. Explain to me exactly how you're trying. If you're eating the exact same food that you were eating before Weight Watchers. You're not even trying to figure out how to use your points wisely during the day. You're using up almost all of them in one meal. And it's not even a nutritious meal. That's a stupid thing. Those French fries aren't good for you. That sandwich isn't good for you. So you just used up almost all of your points for the entire day in one meal, and it was garbage.
To be a clean eater, to do whatever, cut out junk, doesn't work. So at least with the points, I can still have some, but just a limited. Like, I really want to.
You know, I'm predicting it right now. I'm going to just throw a prediction out there. Like, she's going to eat this meal in front of Salah, acting like a good girl. And if he leaves the house for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, she'll find a way to get other food. She'll sneak eat behind his back. She'll stay up late at night and wait till he goes to bed to try to get more food. But she will be eating more, because this one little meal in front of her ain't going to get it done, son. It just won't. One sandwich, one serving of fries. Anybody out there think that she's going to be satisfied with that? Nope. Do you think she's going to eat one meal, and because she used up most of her points, she's going to be eating just like vegetables and all the healthy foods to compensate? Nope. 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 She's going to get more.
I had a mushroom Swiss burger with this chicken sandwich.
So she wanted 2 sandwiches. On top of this sandwich, she wanted the mushroom Swiss sandwich. She wanted 2 sandwiches with this meal, but she couldn't have it. She's not happy about that either. So just one sandwich is not satisfying her. Foodie is someone that she doesn't like to be told what to do. She doesn't like restrictions. She doesn't like to be restricted by a person or a diet or anything. She wants to do what she wants to do, even if what she's doing is bad for her. It's very important to her to always be a control freak and control everything. So no one and nothing is going to tell her what to do. Even with the Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers is saying, this is your point system. You got 50 points. Foodie is actually being rebellious and saying, oh yeah? You give me 50 points? Well, I'm going to eat fast food anyway, and nanny boo-boo, and that's just the way it is. She's still being rebellious. She's still saying to Salah, you know, okay, I'll do Weight Watchers, but I'm still going to have my fast food. And there's nothing you can do to stop me because I'm following the point system.
I think the more you weigh, the more points you get at first, and then as you lose, they go down.
Yeah, and the number of points that you were given, the 50 points, that means you're 450 pounds. So explain that, Miss 370. Explain to the audience why you've been telling everybody you're 370 pounds, and yet the points that you're given apply to someone who's 450 pounds. Do you have an explanation for that? Would you like to comment? I mean, make it make sense. You told us the points. We did the math. 50 points for Weight Watchers with your height and your age means 450 pounds. I actually think that number is low. I think you're well over 500. And that's not me being mean or fat shaming you. I've looked at pictures and video from you 4 or 5 years ago. When you were with BB, you were 374 pounds. You got on the scale, you showed us the number. That was the last true weigh-in that you did. And anyone who looks at a video or a picture of you from that time now can see a marked difference. You were almost 400 pounds then. So you have to be over 500 now. Let me give you guys something else to think about. So let's do a little bit of science here. There are 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. Just 1 pound. Foodie is 5 feet tall. She doesn't do any activity. She's at that house all day, which means she's not burning off any of the calories that she consumes. Now, the human body does need a certain amount of calories to function, but it's not that much, especially if you're not moving and you're not doing anything. So if Foodie is consuming, let's just say 6,000 calories a day. I mean, we've seen her eat meals that the average of just one meal is around 3,000 calories. If she's consuming 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 calories a day, and then she does the worst thing possible. She goes to sleep after she eats, which means you're not going to burn off any calories if you do that. But if she's consuming about 5,000, 6,000 calories a day, that means she's gaining 1 pound plus per day. Now let's do some further math. If she's gaining a pound a day, that means she's gaining, on the low side, 30 pounds a month, perhaps more. Times that by 3 months, that's 100 pounds in 3 months, at least. And she's been in Kuwait for 6 months. 6. So tell me again, Chantal, that you're under 500 pounds. you've got to be over 500. If you're putting back 6,000 calories a day, because it does take a certain amount of calories to maintain a certain weight, whether it's 400 pounds, 500 pounds, 300 pounds, it takes a certain amount of calories to maintain a certain weight. And whatever calories you're eating, you're not only maintaining that weight, you are increasing that weight, which means if you're not losing whatever that calorie count is to maintain a certain weight, you are exceeding that. You're increasing that. So you're gaining weight, rapidly gaining weight. You're not losing, which means you're not decreasing your calories. If you did decrease your calories just by doing that, you would lose weight because you're creating a bit of a deficit. The bigger the deficit, the more weight you're going to lose. But you're increasing your weight, not decreasing. But just think about that, y'all. If she's throwing back 3,000, 5,000 calories a day, she's gaining a pound a day. Times that by 30 days, that's at least 30 pounds a month. Times that by 3 months, it's 100 pounds. She's been there for 6 months. Anybody can look at a picture from when she first got to Kuwait to how she looks now. She's gained a lot. And her mobility is crap. Her breathing is crap. You guys can go back to her videos. When she first started YouTube, she wasn't breathing like she does now. She was able to walk. She was mobile. Not so much now. So 450 pounds? Well, we are getting closer to her true weight. We're not all the way there yet.
So let's say, for example, for breakfast, if I had eggs with cheese, toast, and butter. The eggs are a free food.
So why don't you eat eggs? And why do they have to have cheese on them?
But I would have to track the cooking oil, the butter, the bread. And the points are based on like the nutritional value of the food. So the app is pretty cool. There's a lot of like, has your free foods list, a tracker.
Something tells me this Weight Watchers thing was his idea. Or maybe she's just following behind Amber because she can't come up with any ideas for content. Like she's always looking around at what other people are doing. But even Amber, she did the Weight Watchers thing and then she immediately almost quit. She's done. Now Foodie's trying to take the torch and run with it. And it's not going to work out for her either. Because as I've said, if you got an issue with food, diets don't work. Because diets are short-term. They're not long-term. And with her problem, she needs something long-term that can get results and keep them.
The only problem is a lot of foods are not on there. Like they didn't have poutine, so I had to add that myself.
Who the heck does that? Who gets on Weight Watchers and immediately start looking for poutine? Can I eat poutine on Weight Watchers? No, you can't, moron. Poutine is French fries coated in cheese curds and gravy. It's not a healthy food. So no, Weight Watchers is not going to say, oh, let's put poutine on the list. Who does this? Foodie. Because she's looking for all those junk food items that she likes to eat. She's not even considering the healthy options. Let me try this. Let me try that. It's all about, let me find the junk food items that I can eat on Weight Watchers.
By adding the nutritional profile. And then based on the calories, the fat, the sodium, all that, they create a point for it.
Well, let's think about what poutine is. It's French fries, carbs. The one thing you don't need, carbs. The cheese curds, it's fat. The brown gravy, not nutritional at all. So there's no nutrition in it. It's just a junk food.
They have, you can listen to like podcasts and audio, like kind of pep talks from like Oprah, Matthew McConaughey. Why would you want diet pep talk from Matthew McConaughey? It's weird.
Why don't you take that Cameo money that you normally spend for fast food and spend it on a pep talk from Matthew McConaughey? So using the Cameo money for fast food, use it for that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's some good advice. I'm not McConaughey shaming, but so yeah, I'm gonna give Weight Watchers a try.
You're not trying now. You're eating fast food. How are you trying? You just used up most of your points. So how is this trying? You found a way to bring fast food into Weight Watchers, you moron.
See how it goes. I know I sound blasé, but
You are. Obviously, she's not taking this seriously. Obviously, this is something that she did not want to do. I mean, just look at her face. She's not excited. She's not enthusiastic. She's not saying, hey, I'm excited to try this new thing, get in better health, go travel with Salah. She's already given up. Like, there's no enthusiasm here, y'all. This is somebody who's saying, I don't want to do this, but I have to. And as anybody out there, if you've ever been put in a situation where you have to do something, are you happy to do it? No, not at all. She's very rebellious, our foodie, very headstrong, very stubborn. Nobody's going to make her do anything. She'll put on appearances like, yeah, I'll do it, but then she won't do it.
I'm just kind of like over it.
Boom. I'm just over it. We haven't even started, and she's already over it. So if you're over something, what are the chances of success? If you're over it, if you're mentally and emotionally done with something, you're done. She's angry about this. She's real angry. She didn't want to do this. She doesn't want anybody telling her how much she can eat or when. I'm over it. I'm already over it. You haven't even started. How can you be over it? Well, because you didn't want to do it in the first place.
I'm tired. But I'll be okay. Spicy. I would have to say Spicy chicken sandwiches are one of my favorite food groups.
She's a liar. If she were back in Canada, surrounded by all the fast food restaurants, and Salah wasn't with her, where do you think she'd go, y'all? She'd go straight to a Burger King and get a bunch of Nashies. Chicken sandwiches are not her favorite. The Nashies were her favorite. And if she were back in Canada, she'd be crying tears of joy to be pulling into a Burger King drive-thru and getting a bunch of Nashies.
And pizza. Mm. I wonder what country, what region of the world has the best pizza? Italy, New York.
Salah, do you get it? Do you understand how this is over your head, bro? She's over here eating fast food, talking about other fast food. You just need to come to the realization you cannot help her. And you can't stop her. You're not going to be that one that turns this whole thing around. This is beyond her control, is beyond your control. So you need to stop thinking that you can fix her, if that's the thinking. And if you want to go travel the world, you're going to have to find a way to do it yourself alone, because she's not going to be much fun if she goes with you. She's going to be a burden to you. She's not interested in fixing her health or herself or any of her issues. She's going to be like a 500-pound wet blanket that you got to carry over your shoulder. Having to stop every 2 minutes because she can't walk. She can't breathe. Even if you get somewhere, she's going to shack up in a room. And she's going to insist that you sit there with her. If you're bored silly, it's time to bring this whole thing to a screeching halt. Say, listen, I want to go live life. I want to go out and do things. I'm young. I want to experience the summer, and I can't do it with you. So let's just part company. You're sick of me. I'm sick of you. I can't deal with you anymore. Let's just part company. You both are in each other's way. I don't know if the thinking with Foodie is, I don't want a medical emergency of some sort with her. It might happen anyway. She's so dangerously close to a potential medical emergency. And my question to you, Salah, is if that happens, what are you going to do? What is she going to do? She doesn't have any health care in Kuwait. She's not a citizen of Kuwait. She was a citizen of Canada, and she had health care there that she kind of abused, but she still had it there. But that was there, and she's in Kuwait now. So if something medical happens to her in Kuwait, what is she going to do, and what are you going to do? You guys probably don't even have any savings in case something medical happens and she ends up in the hospital. And if she becomes bedbound, she's going to rely strictly on you to take care of her in every way. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be the one to give her a bath in bed? To spend your time doing that, to feed her, to make sure that she has no infections, no skin infections, no boils, no bed sores, to change her bedpan. You're not a nurse. And you don't love her enough that you would have the patience to do all that every single day and be there round the clock. I'm not wishing anything bad upon Foodie by saying these things, y'all. I'm just talking real here. Taking care of somebody who's bedbound is a big responsibility. Very big. It's a lot of work. So how are you going to deal with it, Salah, if she gains more weight and she becomes bedbound, or worse, she ends up in the hospital. Do y'all have the money for the medical bills, the medical care? Can she afford to be off YouTube for a few weeks or longer? This is just stuff to think about. You might want to consider sending her butt home before anything happens and you have to deal with it.
I would love to try a New York slice. They look big and floppy and cheesy. I did so many cameos today.
No, you didn't. I checked your Cameo profile. You've not done that many cameos. And Cameo takes 25% of whatever you make. And considering what you're eating right now, we can see where that money's going. It's not going into healthy food or healthy living. Any more foodie, you're just making money to eat. That's where the bulk of the money is going, is to buy fast food. You're looking at different avenues and different forms to make money to eat fast food, to support your unhealthy habit. You literally eat all the money that you make off these different forms.
So
if you made $100 off a Cameo, that money is pretty much already spent with like 3 or 4 trips to the fast food restaurants or takeout.
thank you guys for the support. It really means a lot. I'm always in the top 50.
I mean, you're always in the top 50. You just started doing cameos. You're acting like you've been on Cameo for 6 months. You just started.
Cameo creators who do the most on a given day. So
You're not doing that many. You're not doing that many cameos, foodie. And the whole Cameo situation, it's a novelty thing right now. And the novelty is going to wear off eventually. This is not a long-standing thing. It's not going to be consistent money. So unless you're using Cameo to talk to those people that have a very special interest in food, it's not going to be consistent.
surprised. And a lot of it's from genuine fans. Like, I think people who
Genuine fans equals the interest in feeding people. That's what she means.
maybe are afraid to just, like, they're silent watchers. And they're afraid to speak out, maybe. I don't know, but thank you so, so much. Oh, that was spicy. Anyway.
Okay, so that's it for the video. Let's see if she's got any comments here, or did she turn them off? Oh, she did leave the comments. Balanced Path says, how does counting points work if you lack the ability to self-regulate? Good question. If you have no sense of self-control to the point where you're trying to use another person to be the control, how's this going to work? It's not. It's really, really not. She doesn't know how to self-regulate. She's starting out Weight Watchers, and she was busy looking for ways to include the fast food rather than cut it out or cut it down. The last Nashi says, I don't think you're supposed to eat fast food daily. It's supposed to be a treat. What did Foodie say in reply to that? She says, if it fits my points, I can eat a fast food meal a day and still eat the free healthier food with it. Well, you know what, Foodie? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. If you got an issue with food, should you be eating the fast food? No. And if you had the thoughts of eating fast food, just as you say yes to something, you can also say no. For example, if you're up and it's 4 o'clock in the morning and your urges are saying, go eat a burger, you are free to say, what a ridiculous thought. It's 5 in the morning. It's not even time for breakfast and I'm thinking of a burger. How silly. Maybe I won't have a burger and I'll maybe think about it later. But for right now, I'm going back to sleep. You can counteract and counterbalance those thoughts by letting reason and logic sit at the head of the table and talk to you. If you have urges for any kind of unhealthy food, you are free to say, no, I'm not going to do it, rather than say, yes, I want to and I'm going to. Joni says, while it may fit into your points, you're not doing yourself any favors, as fast food will just further your cravings. You know, fast food is scientifically formulated to make you want more. Detox from fast food as soon as possible. She's not detoxing, is she? Not even trying. She doesn't want to go without it. It's basically her diet, and she doesn't want to get away from certain things. She'll always run towards the things she wants rather than run away. Let's see. Jess says, perhaps you should wait a month before announcing your weight loss plan to make sure you stick with it. It gets our hopes up. I agree. Some people in Foodie's audience that they want to see her get healthy, they get their hopes up whenever she says, I'm going to get healthy this time. And then they have a sense of disappointment when they see that, you know, like it's over before it even really got started. Love to Craft Cards says you need to keep yourself busy so you won't think of food. I think that's a great idea. She needs something to put her attention on besides food. Part of her problem is that food is all she thinks about and all she looks forward to. If she had different interests and hobbies or things that take up her time, it might help with the hyperfixation on food. Although, in my opinion, she needs inpatient, but she's never going to do it. Laura says, I think the biggest thing you need to do now is be transparent with your audience to let them know your real weight. Other YouTubers your size have been transparent. You will get more respect by the honesty that you give. And then when you truly do lose weight, you'll be applauded for all your effort. I truly believe in my heart of hearts, you want to lose this weight as I did when I was obese. Get a new scale and have Salah weigh you, or go to the pharmacy or a gym and use their scale. You can do this. This is for your health and your future. The way I might not like your attitude that you have. I can understand you want to be exempted, but you first have to accept yourself and accept what you become in order to change. Yeah, because Hungry Fat Chick, she's holding herself accountable. When she has bad moments, she's not afraid to come to the audience and say, yes, I had a bad moment. But then she got right back on the horse and she's keeping on with this thing. Chantal is not really holding herself accountable. She does more lying and covering up than she does revealing. But I will say this, Foodie, it's much easier to tell the truth than to tell a lie. Because the moment you tell one lie, you have to tell a series of lies on top of the first lie to keep the first lie going. So telling the truth is easy. It's the line you got to keep up with, and you lie a lot. Let's see. Lori Wood says, if you were serious about losing weight, you wouldn't even consider eating this. So those in the audience, you want to know if she's serious about this Weight Watcher thing, the points thing, just look at this video. Are these the actions of somebody who's serious about losing weight? Someone who is concerned about their health and their lack of mobility and their breathing problems? No, absolutely not. She wants everybody that watches her videos to care for her. At the same time, she doesn't care for herself. And she's the only one that can make changes. She's the only one that can turn this thing around. And if she's not willing to do it, then really that's her choice. She wants everybody else in the world to care more for her than she cares for herself. It's got to start with you, Foodie. It has to start with you. Robin says, you've been in an awful eating cycle for years now. This crap clearly isn't working. You have a problem with food. You need to get to that root of that problem. Yeah, and you know how to get to the root of that problem? Therapy, inpatient. Her problem is extreme, so she needs extreme care in order to kind of fix it. She needs intense care to fix it. So that's it for the comments. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would love to hear from you. Everybody take care and have a good day. Bye now.